Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Um, Sorry I haven't posted a video in a while. Just had a lot going on with the business, had a lot of other things going on. Um, Not only do I address account suspensions working with Young Lane's Amazon Appeal Service, I also coach a basketball team as well, the Purdue University Club basketball team. We just had our national tournament, so I've been kind of preoccupied with that. We made a really good run in the national tournament. We actually came home with the national championship. So I do want to give a shout out to the Purdue University Club basketball team for winning the 2016-2017 NCBBA National Championship. Um, like I say, club basketball teams for college universities aren't really well publicized. So, like I said, I want to do my best to put it out there and give those guys credit. They worked hard all season, practiced hard all season to get to where they got. But moving on, as you saw in the title of today's video, um, I will be addressing a seller that we recently dealt with here at Young Lane's Amazon Appeal Services who was suspended for selling fake dildos. Um, Basically, he has a company, they manufacture sex toys, and there was a counterfeit claim put in on his own brand, and he was suspended for selling basically his own brand due to a claim of the product being inauthentic. Just one of the many problems that Amazon sellers face, so I will be addressing that. Before I get into that, though, it's just been something that's been bugging me a lot. Um, as I've been trying to speak with people, get on different blogs, get on different forums. I was in the Amazon seller forum last week. Just trying to communicate with people, look at different issues they're having, and then look, let them know. If you're having trouble with your suspension, give us a call. Young Lanes, Amazon Appeal Services. Maybe we can help. Um, and the one thing that I did notice is that there are a set group of people who kind of troll those Amazon forums, who try to jump on all of the questions that are posted to provide answers. Um, and as I stated in my previous video, a lot of the solutions that people provide with regards to Amazon suspensions is actually incorrect. You can give basic information with regards to handle your suspension, but you have to treat every Amazon case as if it's a fingerprint. Every Amazon case is like a fingerprint. They're all different. And what I mean by this is every Amazon account has what you call Amazon account annotations. This is what seller performance team members use to chronologically review your account when determining how to go about reinstating your account. And these annotations go by a point system. So, whenever your order defect rate spikes and goes over 1%, that's a point. Um, Customer dissatisfaction rates, return dissatisfaction rates. Whenever these things or certain problems hit your account, complaints, things of that nature, points are added up. When your account gets to 8 points, you will receive an automatic suspension by the Amazon computer, or what we call the Amazon algorithm. So these annotations play a major key into identifying everything that you need to insert within your appeal to get your account reinstated. Not everybody's Amazon account annotations are the same, which is why it is critical if you do deal with any appeal service, you want to ask them, do you have access to my account annotations? If they say no, then the appeal that they provide you will be strictly based on guesswork. And when you're paying in upwards of $1,000 to $1,500 to $2,000 to some of these companies for appeals, if they have to guess, then why do that? Why risk your business on that? Like I say, our motto has always been to provide cost-effective appeals. We don't have an appeal package over $500. Not only provide cost-effective appeals, but provide a money-back guarantee. We want to give you an out. We're not just going to tell you we're doing something. We want to give you a guarantee. That's a 14 business day guarantee, letting you know if we can't get your account reinstated in 14 business days based off your Amazon account annotations, you will receive a full refund. This is no knock against some of the other companies out there. Excuse me. They do a very good job at getting, accounts reinstated. You got C.J. Rosenbaum, Cynthia Stein. Those are, they have a very big name in this type of business. However, you always want to ask, do you have access to my account annotations? Now, some of these companies could possibly have seen so many situations of a similar nature that they have some mysterious key to getting your account reinstated because they've seen the situation so many times. But um, in all honesty, um, 99% of the time, um, if a company like ours, which is Young Lane's Amazon Appeal Services, if any company cannot get access to your Amazon account annotations, the likelihood of them being able to get your account reinstated is low. So back to the Amazon seller forums. When I go into these forums, there are certain people with accounts that troll all of the messages that um, sellers post regarding their own suspensions. They jump on those messages. They provide those basic answers. There have been a lot of infringement suspensions as of late. They provide basically the same information Amazon gives you. Oh, supplier invoices, inventory counts, things of that nature. When in actuality, whenever you have any type of infringement suspension, you never want to provide Amazon with any of that information unless you absolutely have to. Obviously, Amazon knows that 90% of the sellers on Amazon don't have warehouses. They're not big distribution companies. They're not going to have suppliers. They're not going to have supplier invoices or these receipts or inventory counts. Many sellers on Amazon are just everyday people trying to make an extra buck selling items for a profit that they have purchased um, at possibly a greatly discounted price. That's what Amazon was built on. And now that it's turned into this big corporate um, business, um, Amazon Seller Performance has implemented ways to keep sellers suspended while corporations such as Best Buy now have Amazon storefronts to sell their products on. So, like I say, Amazon is a billion-dollar business. Um, Whether you're reinstated or suspended, they really don't care, which is why the seller's performance team is so understaffed. So I just want to let you guys know, if you are going to the Amazon seller forums for advice on how to get reinstated, you want to be careful on who is sending you responses, what they are telling you, and you want to make sure that following that advice, you don't do anything to further damage your account. All right. I'll give you a list of names of some of the people that like to troll in these Amazon seller forums. So maybe you can watch out for them. Like I said, they do try, and they probably honestly feel that they're doing a great job, but they do try to provide information with regards to your account. But like I say, if they see a situation that they don't like, all they're going to end up doing is just bashing you for committing a policy violation and move on to the next seller and start trolling their messages. So we have a couple guys. We have one called Oneida Books. If you see any messages from Oneida Books, beware. He will message you. He will act as if he's giving you um, information. He'll ask for your email address or phone number. When he calls you, then he's going to tell you that he charges for services. Like I say, I don't knock against that, but again, I highly doubt that he has access to any Amazon account annotations. And if you don't have access to that information, you really can't help a seller get reinstated. So you have Oneida Books, Old Books, um, Funky Monkey, Rush Dye, Style, and Debrinator. Again, like I say, I'll put these in the description below. Like I say, these are just some common names of users who troll the Amazon seller forums, um, thinking that they're providing sellers with helpful information with regards to how to get reinstated. But like I said, no account suspension is the same. Two people could possibly be suspended for the same thing. You, you and I could both be suspended for selling Samsung TVs. However, I could get a policy warning while you get suspended. This is because of account annotations. If my annotations are different from yours, then the format or blueprint to get me reinstated or to get my listing reinstated is going to be different from yours. And so you always want to keep that in mind, sellers. Please keep that in mind. And like I say, this is not to bash any other companies. Like I say, many other companies do a great job at providing appeals. Some charge a lot more. Like I say, we probably have about the lowest prices in this business, and we also provide a money back guarantee. But like I say, um, it's your choice at the end of the day. If you feel more comfortable going with those companies, they do have a bigger movement behind them. They do have bigger names, but not necessarily due to the fact that they have reinstated more accounts. Like I say, there's a lot that play. If a lot of these guys that do this, you know, have other jobs, have other incomes coming in that allow them to push certain types of marketing to get their websites a little bit more advertised. Like I say, we're here on YouTube and a few other platforms. We're trying to build our name up to show sellers that there are alternative options into getting your account reinstated. So I just wanted to touch on that really quickly. Now we're going to get into the heart of this video. And like I say, I'm not going to disclose any seller information. We try to keep all of that information private, but he has given us permission to use his story to kind of explain some of the unfair practices of Amazon and then what he did to get reinstated, but also kind of explain some of the things um, he did before he came to us to make his reinstatement process a bit more difficult. So basically, like I said before, he has a company that sells sex toys. And he had a customer, and like I say, all it takes is one customer in many of these cases that filed a complaint saying that the dildo that was shipped to him was a counterfeit product. Counterfeit compared to what? I don't know, because obviously this guy clearly has a manufacturing company. He has his own brand because it was named after him and his family. Um, and they manufacture their own products. They only sell them online, and they only sell them on Amazon. So with that being said, if this is this customer's first order from his Amazon business, then they obviously have never had this product before to to compare it to anything else to say it was counterfeit. Does Amazon care? No, Amazon does not care. In their eyes, the customer's always right, which is a lot of companies' um, business model. I'm not saying it's a bad business model. The customers are the ones bringing in the dollars. So, it only makes sense for Amazon to follow that same model. The customers are the ones putting the dollars in their pocket. So they're going to entertain anything that they say, whether it is true or false. But in this situation, because of this guy's account annotations, he did have a history of spiking order defect rate. He had a couple previous complaints of late shipments, some A to Z claims, which increased his points. And that put his points to about 6 or 7 based on his account annotations. So when this customer filed a complaint of inauthenticity, he was immediately suspended. Once he was suspended, the first thing he did was, okay, he said to himself, I have to get an appeal filed immediately to address this, because he was making, on average, about $7,200 a day selling his items on Amazon. That's a lot of money. He's a big seller. That's a lot of money to be losing daily. And same as you or I would do if we were sellers, you don't want that type of cash flow to stop, especially if you're not selling on any other platforms. Um, like I said, he tried selling on eBay, just wasn't as profitable. He tried a few other platforms, just wasn't bringing in as much business. Amazon was where he chose to implement his business 100%, mainly because of his customer base. Um, but once he was shut down, that customer base went down to zero. Um, he filed his own appeal. Um, he went with the information that Amazon provided him. They asked for supplier information, obviously, address, contact numbers, inventory counts, things to prove his inventory and things to prove that his products were authentic. Um, he provided Amazon with all of this information, his business license, um, you know, information that shows that he owns the brand, the trademark to it, everything. Um, Nevertheless, his appeal was rejected by Amazon. Now, a lot of us are going to ask, why was his appeal rejected? Why was his appeal rejected? Was it because he didn't say this? Was it because he didn't say that? Uh, no. A lot of you guys out there write great appeals on your own. A lot of these appeals that I see that you guys write, a lot of Amazon sellers are very intelligent, very business savvy, are able to draft strong appeals. However, when you're dealing with Amazon, it takes a lot more than a craftily worded appeal to get your account reinstated. Because Amazon seller performance is such an understaffed, very small department, when you submit your appeal, it first goes to an Amazon computer. And what this computer does is it reviews your appeal for certain keywords based on why you're suspended. So, if you have an infringement suspension, well, based on the details listed in your account annotations and the reason why you're suspended, if this computer does not recognize certain keywords within your appeal, what's going to happen is you're going to receive one of those automated form responses from an Amazon bot. And we've all seen those messages if we've been suspended before. You know, this plan is not sufficient. Please provide a plan with this A, B, and C. These things, and more than likely, those things were already implemented into the appeal. And I've seen many cases where you can look at the list of things that they're asking for, and they're clearly implemented into the appeal. So obviously, it's not an actual person reading these appeals. It's an Amazon computer only searching for certain keywords. All right. We've kind of devised a list of keywords that we feel, based on certain suspension types, can help get our appeals that we provide past this Amazon computer. Now, whenever you submit your appeal, the one way that you can identify that it's gotten past the Amazon computer is you'll receive an email from Amazon Merchant Approvals basically stating that your appeal will be reviewed and an answer could be provided in um, 30 to 60 days. Now, don't get nervous when you hear the 30 to 60 day part. The main thing you want to happen, you want your appeal to be accepted by the Amazon computer. Once your appeal is accepted by the Amazon computer, half the battle is won. Now, this is where companies like ours, where we have contacts that work within Amazon seller performance, this is where they are able to come into play. Because we do have that direct contact with them, then we're able to just forward your appeal directly to our contacts for a quick review and have a decision made quickly on that appeal. This is why we have about an average turnaround time of 24 to 48 hours. Now, when they make their decision on the appeal, is it always positive? No, I'd be lying if I said it was. Sometimes they tell us to readdress the appeal or reword the appeal, um, add this in, add that in, take this out. Sometimes we have to do that, you know. But the good thing is you want to have that open line of communication with the seller performance representative about your appeal. They were, as long as they're providing fruitful responses um, that are attentive to addressing your account suspension, that's what you want. You don't want to see that email basically stating that your appeal wasn't sufficient and, we will no longer, read or accept any of your following or subsequent appeal filings. Those are the types of messages you don't want to see, because basically at that stage, Amazon is trying to shut the door on your account. Now, even if you do receive that message, please also remember there's no such thing as a permanent ban on Amazon. Any account can be reinstated at any time. You can be reinstated for 10 years and get reinstated 10 years later, as long as you provide the correct appeal filing. All right. And this is a lot of things that you will see in the Amazon seller forums. You will see a lot of people speak of account bans or permanent bans. This is false. There's no such thing as a permanent account ban on Amazon. Any account can be reinstated. We've helped sellers who were obviously and clearly selling counterfeit products out of China get reinstated. So if those sellers can get reinstated with a strong plan of action based on account annotations, reviews, and being able to indicate keywords based on your suspension reasoning, then anybody can get reinstated. Um, but like I say, these are just some of the factors that play into suspensions. This guy right here, it took us about 6 days to get his account reinstated, mainly because he had kind of congested his account annotations with about 4 or 5 appeal filings that had all failed to get approved by the Amazon computer. And and this is another thing, and this is why we always ask sellers to cease all contact with Amazon Seller Performance or Amazon Seller Support, because anything that you do after your account has been suspended, whether you're calling in, whether you're emailing, asking questions, whether you're sending messages to Seller Performance, whether you're filing an appeal, all of these things get added to your account annotations. You don't want your account annotations to get congested. Um, this can be confusing for Amazon Seller Performance representatives. And I only say that it can be confusing because of where Amazon Seller Performance is located. Amazon Seller Performance offices are located in Indonesia, India, and then there's a small office here in the United States, which does address some cases. Most appeals are outsourced to those offices in India and Indonesia. What that means is these representatives out there, they are great at speaking the English language, which is the language that most appeals are submitted in. About 95% of appeals are submitted in the English language. So these guys are great at speaking the English language. They're not great at reading the English language. So when they go to reinstate your account, they're not just looking at your appeal. They're also comparing your appeal to your account annotations. And if they cannot properly look at your account annotations and make sure that everything that has been noted in your account annotations is addressed within the appeal, then they're just going to deny your appeal. And that's just how it is. I know it's unfair. I know it's not fair to the seller, but this is just how Amazon works. And so if you just understand how Amazon works and you take emotion and personal feelings out of the process, then you can find ways, to work around this system that Amazon has set in place to, to get your account reinstated faster. But like I said, I don't want to keep these videos too long. I will work on uh, dropping a video daily on different matters within Amazon, um, because there are so many things that Amazon sellers need to know. I really consider these videos in a way suspension prevention, and I say that because basically that's the best form of protection against your account. Again, some suspensions, there's nothing you can do about them. When customers file certain types of claims, they just result in immediate suspension. So there are some problems that you cannot prevent. You can't prevent sellers who like to abuse the A to Z claim system from filing an A to Z claim. There are a lot of scammers out there who will use the A to Z claim system to try to get free products or refunds for high value items that they place. Does Amazon care? No. Do they know that this is going on? Yes. But at the end of the day, Amazon has become a very, very profitable corporation because of this business model. It just doesn't, I don't think that they'll be changing these type of practices against sellers anytime soon. So as a seller, you just have to understand this philosophy going into the business and know that, one day I could very well be suspended, and you want to be ready and know what to do when you are suspended. Again, first thing you want to do when you are suspended is you want to cease all communication with Amazon Seller Support, and Amazon Seller Performance. Um, this is because you don't want to do anything to congest your account annotations. And again, those annotations are the key to getting your account reinstated. We do have contacts within Amazon Seller Performance. They are able to provide us with those account annotations for every case. and we do thoroughly investigate these annotations for every seller that uses our services. We don't like to guess. We like to base all of the appeals that we file on facts given to us by Amazon seller performance representatives and facts that are listed within those account annotations. So I'll be wrapping that up today. Again, um, another thing is on Facebook, I have started a group which is titled Amazon Seller Forums or Amazon Suspension Forums. Search that group, request to become a member of that group. I'm trying to create a new Amazon seller forum where sellers aren't as restricted. Um, the current Amazon seller forum on Amazon.com is too restrictive. Sellers aren't able to voice their opinions because of moderators. Um, if you feel you know of a service, or if you feel you have a situation that will be beneficial to other sellers, I 100% do not mind you posting that within the forum that I've created on Facebook. I want to create open dialogue. You know, I call it hating. I'm not going to hate on anything that you post. If you feel that you know of another company that um, services appeals better than we do, that's fine. Post it in there. But the goal here is to provide sellers with information. I'm not trying to withhold information from anyone. We want to put it out there. Different ways to keep sellers reinstated. And I only think like this because I used to be a seller myself, and when we got suspended, we felt we had limited options. When we went to the Amazon seller forums, there weren't very many options. There were no list of services that you can go to or turn to for help. Um, you know, we had to search out ways on our own. I want to bring all of this information into one group so that we all can benefit just from coming to the forum, sharing ideas, and conversing on how we all have overcome our own suspensions, or if you've had to go to a service to get reinstated. So, um, just wanted to put that out there. All of this information will be in the link below. Please subscribe. Please like this video if you felt it was beneficial to you. Like I said, um, I don't make these videos to bash other companies or to make people feel that our company's better than others. Um, I just want to let you know what we do and how we address suspensions, and then the guarantees that we set in place for customers to make them feel more comfortable if they do decide to go with our service. So that's it for today. Like I said, uh, like like the video, please subscribe to the channel. We are going to start posting videos daily. Um, to give you more content, more information. Um, like I said, there are going to be other channels, different theme channels. Like I said, just stay tuned, stay updated. I'm going to try to keep feeding you guys information. Like I said, I just need you guys to support me with your likes and subscribes. But I do appreciate everyone that's came and watched these videos so far. Um, and like I say, we hope to turn this into a new movement for Amazon sellers, a way to provide them with information and not restrict information, as some forums do. So like I say, I don't call it spamming. If you feel you have something beneficial uh, towards for all Amazon sellers. But again, thanks everybody for watching. I will be back tomorrow with another video. See you guys later.